One proposal on the agenda is Seoul's idea of withdrawing forces and equipment from guard posts in the demilitarised zone. The withdrawals could take place in stages and on a trial basis. The south is known to run some 60 guard posts in the DMZ, while the north has around 160. According to South Korean officials, the meeting is taking place at the Peace House in Panmunjom. Our correspondent Jack Barton in Panmunjom has closely followed the negotiations between the two sides.
The first round of military talks, admittedly between the DPRK and South Korea, after the sort of relations began warming at the start of the year, was a bit of a disaster. They went on, it was a marathon session, it lasted all day, and it came up with no agreement. And there seems to be an understanding that there were too many things on the agenda. So now they've narrowed the items on the agenda, and we've got the same generals meeting today who met last time, and they did strike agreements last time, opening up communication hotlines on both the east and the west coast. So these seem to be military officials who can work together. They have a smaller agenda, so we are expecting some sort of an agreement at the end of the day. Having said that, there do appear to be headwinds growing. We've seen the recent report in the Washington Post citing US officials saying satellite imagery shows that at a missile development site near Pyongyang, yet another Hwasong-15 missile is being built, perhaps two. Now, these are the liquid fuel long-range intercontinental ballistic missiles capable of reaching the United States. And this follows other reports from monitoring groups like 38 North saying they're seeing satellite imagery showing that other missile facilities are being enlarged, that uranium enrichment hasn't been stopped but has been increased at the Yongbyon nuclear processing facility, and lots of other signs that far from denuclearization, quite the opposite is going on. And to be fair, Pyongyang has not said it will stop production. What it has said is it will stop testing of nuclear weapons and missiles, but the reason it's stated to stop those testing is that there is no longer any need because they've finished the test period. They're ready to go into production. So people trying to diplomatically dance around this difficult issue at the moment, but at some point it's bound to become an obstacle to these talks.